everyone. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel, Giselle in the Philippines. And for today's video, we had our very special guest, John Borton. And for today's video, we are going to talk about Fiance Visa. And we wanted to share what our thoughts about it and why we take that Fiance Visa and what are the pros and cons on taking the Fiance Visa. And also, we're gonna share how to have a fiance visa, where to start it, and what are the things that you need to know, you need to prepare if you are planning to take your girl out of the Philippines to your place. So let's start. How are you, John?
Hello, Maya Buntag, and good morning and good evening to everybody wherever they are.
Yeah. So, um, are you happy to be here again in my channel?
Yes,
How?
I was actually excited thinking about it. I enjoy it. I like your subscribers and I like your channel. I'm a fan. I know I'm part of it, but I love it and I enjoy being interviewed when there's a topic I can contribute to.
Yeah. So, me and John we're gonna discuss first about why we take the fiance visa because we are going to plan to go to America. I was plan and we plan together that we're gonna be together in America. Why? So why? Why you would take me?
Why? Well, why is because there's some particularly good-looking Filipina that I fell in love with that after I visited and left, I didn't want to live without.
Oh.
So yeah, it wasn't our original plan, but we after we spent time together, we were like, well, we don't want to spend any more time apart. And I still have lots of work to do left in America. And so we decided that would probably be a good idea, even though it was never on our radar. You never asked to come to America. We
Yeah.
wanted to travel, but you never really said you ever wanted to come to America. And I always wanted to go to the Philippines. So, but after we were together, it was clear that we needed to be together. And I asked you if you would want to come to America.
Yes, because like what John said, it's not planned. It's not planned to be there because what we planned when we were still chatting with each other, like we never met yet, is we're gonna live in the Philippines and I have to wait for him while working there like for a long time also. But when we were meeting it already, like we were physically together, the love there was more, and I want to be with you, and he wants to be with me. So we decided that if that's the case, then let's be together. And
Yeah.
before that, I did ask my mother's permission. I did. I know I
Hmm.
have my own decisions, but still, I respect my mom's permissions because I know
Yes.
the only parents that I have, and I'm gonna be gone for a while. And I want her to be happy with my decisions also. And my mother my mother respect my decisions and
Mm.
she's happy that John can be trusted at the same time. So
Mm.
yeah, we decided that I'm gonna go to America. The question is how long and what are the things that you need to prepare. And they said there's an agency or what. Do we start processing it already? The answer is yes. We did start process the K1 and K2 fiance visa, and together with my son, because I'm gonna bring my son hopefully in the future in God's blessing that we're gonna go there together with my son, of course. And John, can you share to them what are the things and what did you do on making this start, the
Yes.
process?
Yeah. So I left about the 12th of December, and pretty much by about the first week in January, we were both like, okay, I don't think we can do this. You need to come to America. And we talked about it. We agreed. Giselle said yes. And so I started doing research. I researched a couple of agencies. I researched a couple of lawyers. And I mean, I had meetings with them. And it was real clear to me. Well, I was told at the beginning, oh, you can fill out the paperwork, you'll be fine. And I was like, oh, okay. And then a couple people said, well, you probably should check out some services. I'm like, okay. And I'm
Yeah.
glad we did. I'm really glad we did. And we chose a service that made sense for us. And I'm really glad we did, because when we started filling out the first part of this packet, I was really surprised how complicated just the first step was, and how much information was needed. And then with the agency, they showed us, I mean, I down to like clip this here, do this, so
Yeah.
it's easy for the agent or the officer to look through it. And I was really surprised. So I was really happy that we did that. I'm really glad we did the service. And we haven't even come to the real complicated part. We just did the first part where they're investigating me.
Yes. Yes. So, in this process, the stage of our process, we are still waiting for the response of the states before I'm gonna start
Hmm.
doing my own stuff. Like what John did will be even more harder for me because I had a lot of things to get done also, which I don't have any idea what would it look like. But I'm gonna
Hmm.
expect that there's a lot of process. There's a lot of interviews just to make sure that I really your relationship person, like I'm really your girlfriend and soon to be your soon to be your wife. And Philippines are very a lot of things you need to prepare before they're gonna approve you going there.
Hmm.
So um talking about fiance visa, there are pros and cons on that, and we expect that already. In my side, first is I would say, we'll say in my side, Filipino culture, I'm gonna miss my mother if that
Oh yeah.
happens. Like, if I'm gonna go with you. For sure, I'm gonna miss my family, especially my mother, my sister, and my brother. I'm gonna miss them so, so much. And that is the hard thing for me that I have to work on that because once we decide it already, I have to stay strong on that decision. I have to be stick on that decisions because it's not easy for us to process it. And when you get there, it's just not like I want to go home, then I can go home right away. It's not like that. So I really need to have a very strong stick on my decisions too. So my mother and I talked that already. What are the goods and the bads on being in the states, and the same time the culture, the cultures, the people there. I may always adjust, especially for my son, because I'm not really good at English, a little, but we'll see. Hopefully, I could. If I'm gonna be there, there will be a good and bad cons on that. What about you, John? What do you think would be the goods and bads? They said that the Filipina will be a Western woman, and most of them don't like that because they even dream to be with a Filipina. And if you're gonna bring me there, I'm gonna be a Western woman. And what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's a potential con, is you if you're, and we talked about that
Yeah,
I said, hey, I want to be like the way we are. I want to live a simple
yeah,
life. I'm more of a minimalist, and you are growing up in a province life, and that works well together. So if you come to America, I wouldn't want you to become a Western woman, because, well, there's Western women here. If I wanted to
yeah.
date Western women, I would have just picked one. Um, so that's a definite con, and we've talked about that, and
Yeah.
so that's a con. The other con is we have to wait about a year and a half before Giselle's
Yeah.
even going to get a chance to do an interview, which that's not very fun. Uh,
That's a long wait. 1 year and a half is the stage process before everything we're gonna approve. A lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of money you're gonna spend
yeah,
on their decisions. But we decide before before we did say yes to each other, we used to do a briefing. This is gonna be happen to you, possible happen to you. This is like this. You have to be aware like that. And we both talked that already, and we both agree. But it's not as easy that if I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go there right away. There's a process. There's a process on that.
yeah. Yeah, so in this situation, when the American asked for the Filipina to come to because we're engaged, it's why it's a fiance visa. I get investigated first. After that happens, they tell Manila, "Hey, this guy's good. This guy's okay." That takes anywhere from 2 to 3 months. Then they send it over to Manila. Manila may sit on it for a year, year and a half, and then ask Giselle to do an interview, and she has to
Yeah.
prepare too. And I was shocked how much is in the first packet, and the second packet is much bigger. Um, I was just surprised how much information was in there, and I'm really glad that we hired the coach that we had because he really focuses on the Filipina side, and
Yeah.
that's a big deal because it's more complicated for her because I did my hard stuff. Other than it's going to be expensive, that's a con. It's expensive.
Yeah.
I imagine the whole thing will probably be with the with plane tickets and everything. It's going to be at least $5,000 US to process everything and just get you to America. And that may be a little on the light side. It's probably maybe more than that, but minimum, that's what it's going to
Yeah.
cost.
Wow, it's very expensive, and we didn't even yet in the middle on the process. We just
Yeah,
start.
exactly.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the response. How John's investigation will be, and if that happens, and if everything will seems good, then they're gonna proceed to mine.
After you get your interview, and even if they approve me, they approve you. Then once you're in America, you pretty much have to stay here for 3 years. You cannot come back and
Yes,
visit the Philippines
yes,
for somewhere around 3 years before everything actually really gets approved. So it's a long process. So you're looking at anywhere from 4 to 5 or 6 years for it to be completed.
yes. We decided that I'll be there. We're gonna be together there, not forever, but within 3 years after your job, your retirement, and then but we plan that we're gonna go back to the Philippines and we're gonna stay here for a long time, like forever. We're gonna
Yeah.
stay here. That's why I really have to stick on my decisions because 3 years for me is a long time. I've
Oh
been
yeah.
apart from my mother for 1 month, 1 month,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
I feel like I miss them already. But this decision, this 3 years, I have to stick in this because I grew up with my mom, and
Yeah.
I'm not used to be away from her or to be away from my family. But this time, I'm gonna focus on my family and my own family since I did gave what my mother deserved to have a
Hmm.
house, to have a good house, and I wanted to make myself happy also having being with
Yeah.
my own family. Like I have my own family now, and um, yeah, I wish the best of us. Hopefully, when I'm gonna be there, it will take a long time, but maybe in God's will.
Absolutely. Yeah, so there's all those pros and cons, and it wasn't a big decision, and we didn't make it quickly. We did all the research first. We both talked
Yes.
about it. We made a decision, and we're sticking to it.
Yes, yes. So since we're talking about a fiance visa ideas, I would like to say that I had a Patreon account already, and for those who wants um, to be in touch with me or wants to know more about fiance visa stuff, and I
Hmm.
have 4 categories there, 4 or 5 categories. For those who wants to see me doing the behind scene bloopers, check that out. Giselle in the Philippines is the name of my Patreon. Bloopers, check that out. And then dancing, TikTok dancing, I post on that also. Sharing my videos, a day in my life, or cooking, like just all with you guys. It's a private or exclusive videos just to all of you. And yeah, LDR tips, fiance visa, you will see there all the categories for those who wants to join. Then I'm gonna post the link on my description box later, the Patreon page. Patreon, I'll gonna post that, and hopefully I could see you there. Just for those who wants, I would be happy to share my day with you.
Giselle, I'm a big fan of your YouTube. Is it going to go away?
No.
No, no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still gonna do YouTube just
We're
as
still gonna do
usual.
YouTube, of course, but this
Yeah.
is kind of like a for people who wants to know more, or
Hmm.
like only them could know, or I could share a lot of things with you also. For those who want, then feel free to check my Patreon.
Yeah, we had a lot of people ask questions that were very private, and we don't mind
Yeah.
answering some of those in more of a private setting, or those who want to know more about an LDR, or you're
Yeah.
struggling with your LDR, or you want to do the fiance visa process, and we have ideas and tips for that. And then if you just enjoy Giselle and you want some exclusive material,
Yeah, if
it's
you want to see me dancing or
yeah.
showing cooking, I post a lot of there already. Like I post a lot of there. So hopefully you could join on Patreon. I would be happy again sharing those with you. So guys, thank you so much, John, for
Yeah.
being on my YouTube channel again. And once again, guys, and for those also who are looking for a serious, genuine love, please click Christian Filipina. Sign up there, and very big possibility that you could find the Filipina and that could be with you, especially when you visit Philippines, and will be with you forever if you really like each other. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a great day, and see you guys on my next video. Thank you. Bye bye. See you
Bye.
on Patreon.
Bye.